Hey guys, this is Monica at Academic Phoenix Plus, and this is the second part of the video on how to create a leather book. Today we're going to go over the specularity aspect of our Arnold shader, including metalness, bump map. So let's go ahead and get started, and let's go into texturing mode. Okay, so we have our render window, and we're ready to play around a little bit. Okay. All right, so specularity. I'm going to select all of these objects and drag it into a group. And this is going to be my CLR, which is my color. Then I'm going to do a file save as, and this is going to be my spec. The first thing most people do is go ahead and convert this into grayscale. So I'm going to do hue saturation, and then I'm going to desaturate it. Now, anything in 50% gray is going to be neutral. Anything brighter than that will look shinier, and then anything darker will start losing its color. So in this example, we can kind of take a look at what it looks like now. Let's check it out. Go into Maya, create a new tab, and click on this guy right here, and on its connections. We have our weight and we have our color. Since we need colors, for example, this should be gold, we're going to plug in a color map. It's under images. Here's my spec. Open it up and press play. So immediately you can see the difference. The leather is not so warm as it was, and then the gold's really standing out. We can definitely push this a lot more to really emphasize the gold. We can have color in our specular maps. So what I'm going to do is grab this hue and saturation layer and drag it down between the text and everything else. What I want to do is maybe make the book a little bit, just a little darker. So I might actually go in. I want the same thing for the pages. So let's save, and then we're gonna reload. Press play. And now we have a little bit more effect. The metal part is definitely a lot shinier. Next, let's talk about bump maps. So I'm going to bring back my textures. Bump map is anything dark sinks or anything light rises. So right now, if I plug it in, this decoration is going to rise, and all of this is going to sink in, and the book's going to rise as well, the pages. So I really don't want that effect, but let's go ahead and take a look at it anyway and see the effect. So I'm going to go to BMP for bump. BMP, and let's see what it looks like. Gonna go down to geometry. The bump map is right here. Click on that. Click on file. This is gonna create a 2D node. That's perfect. Let's go to the bump value and click on the little folder and select the bump. I'm okay with the bump on the leather, but this white is rising and it shouldn't, right? It should sink in. So let's manipulate it so that it will sink in. Let's go to my color overlay, and I'm gonna choose a darker color. Something darker than here. So let's go to that, click OK. And again, you can do control and you just drag it and it will take that image there as well. So let's go, whoops, just turn that off. Let's turn it back on. Okay. Now the pages are really dark, so I'm going to go ahead and double click this as well, color overlay, and I'm going to keep it like that. Let's see how that looks. Save. Go back in here, go to our bump, and reload. Get a little closer. It's kind of hard to see. It looks like the gold is rising, so I'm going to go to render update full scene just in case. There we go. Sometimes you need to refresh it. Another thing that you'll notice is that we're not really getting that. The bump map's looking really good. This is looking really good, but I'm still not too convinced with the metallicness. Theoretically, this is gold, so therefore it should have a little bit of metal, but the metalness is going to make the whole book look like metal. So we have to drive it with a map as well. So if we take a look at 0, 0 means that it's not matted. And 1, which is usually white, means that it's matted. So what we want to do is make sure that it just affects the gold area. Going back into Photoshop, let's go ahead and file save as. This is going to be my metal, MTL. It's driven by black and white. So I'm going to move to the top and I'm going to play with this and see if this works. Let me try saving again. I'm going to grab my book, go to the metal, pedal to the metal, and plug in a... So this is what happens when you leave everything in default. It doesn't work. It looks really good around the edges, but the book is still needs to be basically black. So it doesn't have any type of metalness. So let's go back into Photoshop. And what I'm going to do is get rid of the leather texture and make this background black. And I'm going to get rid of the pages as well. So that means that there is no metalness here, but the text is going to be metallic. I'm going to go ahead and save this and reload. I'm going to go to update scene. We're not really getting the effect that we want. So there's a couple of things I need to test out. One of them is metalness. Go ahead and click on this, open it up. And under color balance, there's this thing called alpha is luminance. There it goes. And alpha as luminance just means that it's going to look at it as an alpha map and then create this really wild looking thing. We're going to do the same thing for the specular map just to see if it does anything. We can click on that, alpha as luminance, and it looks significantly better now. So let's go back to Maya Classic. Let's go to the renderer. And we now have a completed textured book. It's tiny. Let's click on 1.1. Still tiny. Make this bigger. You always want to go higher than just HD 540. That's just for help. That just makes your life easier. But you want to go 720, and better yet, if you want really high quality renders, go to HD 1080. All right, so that was a quick tutorial on how to create original texture maps. Hopefully that gives you an idea of how to create different types of textures and shaders using what we've learned in the past. We created a color map, a gold metallic map, a specularity map, and a bump map to put it all together into this leather book. One last step, it's really important that you save everything out as some sort of image. You don't usually use PSDs on production. You want to use TIFFs, Targas, or PNGs. So it depends what you're using. And you also want to make sure that it places it in source images. So I'm going to file save as all of my files. I'm going to use TIFFs, and I'm going to turn off the layers because I don't need layers. And this is the bump, so save. And yes, I am going to reconnect everything. Open this up. Oops, my bump. Let's go to color. So I can save this. Go to my source images. TIFF, take this off, save. Okay. File, open. Images. This is the metal. TIFF, no layers, save. Okay. File, open. One last thing. Save, layers. Whoops. TIFF. Source images. I think I screwed up. Let me go back into my images. Yep, there it is. Okay, cool. So we've created 4 maps. And it's very easy to read. Bump, color, spec, metalness. Sweet. Cool. Okay, I'm going to plug it back in. I'm going to go here and just start plugging them in. I'm going to open. The fastest way for me would be to go to the Hypershade. Browser, textures, click on this. Folder, source images, and this is I want the color. So grab the color. Now, if I was submitting this to a client, I would definitely not give them PSDs. I would just give them my files. Okay? Just what they need. So going back here. Again, source images. This is my spec, and that's what I want. Open. Grab this one. Source images. I want to walk you through the whole thing, including this really boring but very important step. One last thing. Source images. Bump. Close and close. Cool. They won't affect anything. I usually just give them what they need, which is the Maya scene and all their textures that drives this asset. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Hopefully that was interesting. I mean, I think it's fascinating, the range of things you can do with Maya and all these materials, especially with the PBR. Again, you can download this file at academicphoenixplus.com. Feel free to sign up for my newsletter, leave comments, share this. If you think that this is helpful with your friends or family or for social media, by all means, please share this. Let me know if you have any comments or suggestions. I'm always listening. Thank you again, and I will see you next time.